What is up YouTube, and welcome to this Snowpiercer Season 3 Episode 3 breakdown and review. We continue where we picked up last week with the Snowpiercer passing by Wilford's train, and Wilford is eager for a battle against them on their way to find a warm spot on the Horn of Africa, and a trap has been set for Wilford's train, with him being concerned that the sight of this train would inspire the resistance. Naturally, Kevin the Simp is given permission to make an example of someone, and it seems the duel between the trains is taking place in a train yard. Audrey also has a renewed vigour as the Snowpiercer prepares for battle, and Josie is sent to jump over and connect the train, as you know she is like a super cold super soldier. Now Zara is ominously called to Wilford, no doubt as collateral in case Leighton gets close, as Kevin makes his way down the train and the resistance come up with an idea to actually distract the guards. It's a tense scene as Snowpiercer and Big Alice try to connect, and Wilford acts like a total D-bag to Zara. I kind of expected them to reconnect pretty much at the start of the episode, but it happened towards the latter part, and I was surprised that they connected so early in the actual season, as the battleship-style train duel is very, very good, as Leighton dumps cars to keep up with Wilford smartly, and, well, Wilford is also smartly using Zara as a preventative measure in the engine, as Wilford goes low power to hide. Now, Kevin heads to LJ and her husband, and like a total creep, and Stephen Ogg's character heads to see Ruth, and man, he serves every single role that he actually does. He's just so good. And Leighton meets Ash, who has no idea that Wilford is, a total bad guy, as she only knows him from the before times as the magnate who built the train, and, well, it can go around the world. But, well, it's interesting as we move forward, as some people are taken prisoner and they look out for the train, and Ruth's breakout begins in the darkness of Wilford's train. But, well, yes, we get the fireworks set off, showing exactly where they are. It's a stroke of genius, and of course, your boy Wilford has fireworks, because it really is all about him, isn't it? We then see Poor Strong by Tortured, and LJ's Simp is starting to have second thoughts. What if they are on the wrong side of this battle, which by episode's end we know they actually were, as we have some sort of Cold War during the fight, and Leighton and Wilford have a parley, with Leighton banking on Wilford wanting to keep Audrey safe, and he appeals to the deep down nature inside of him, and Wilford gets desperate, turn off the engine, and they both have to connect, lest they both be dead in the water, or the frozen water. Snow. They connect, and curiously we get some big stuff as Wilford fails in the fight against Leighton, with Leighton taking control of the train once more. I didn't expect it so soon, but it means we can push on with the big story of a warmer world and Melanie's return. We also see the missing people like Bessie's lover and the doctor from season 1, who have been conveniently drawn. Many of you in the comments have said, what happened to these characters? Where have they been? Well, they're here. They've been in the drawers all this time. I would have liked a bit more of that, or at least see them get put in the drawers. The drawers were a huge thing in season 1. Many of us thought it'd be like the brains of dead people in kind of like a Get Out style situation, and have to take the L on those theories. It's fully Leighton's train now, so I expect no resistance, as everyone has now seen Big Alice, and they've lived all this time under the tyrannical rule of Wilford, and they know exactly what it's like. So I doubt they would want to go back to life under Wilford, as it was absolutely awful. And, well, LJ does the right thing for once, but she only did it because she didn't want to be kind of like on the back foot and downtrodden again. The only reason she's in the position she is now is because she was a murderer, and once the resistance won, she was, put into the third class. So she doesn't do the right thing because she wants to, she does it because she has to. Now, Leighton presents his idea of the Horn of Africa trip to Ruth. She seems hesitant, and I wonder if we'll get a brewing Ruth versus Leighton situation. She will always do what is right for the train itself, and says most of the train won't back him, but After back-to-back tyrannical leaderships, I imagine things might change as Audrey is rejected by the train and she's just the absolute worst. It's a change in the character which I did not expect after her being so decent in the first season, And Wilford is in prison as Josie talks to him. He's convinced people will reject Leighton and will come back to him as Leighton talks to Ash and gets her to address the train as well. He places his ace in the hole, asking everyone to accept the trip to the Horn of Africa, and gets Ash to address where she came from, mentioning New Eden, and it works as the vote passes in favour, as he didn't ask them to decide between leaders, but he asked them to decide upon their future. Would they want to live on the train forever, or would they want to go out and find somewhere outside of the train? Ash appears in her mask again, and I wonder if New Eden isn't all it's cracked up to be and where she came from, and the situation is a pretty perilous one where they're going to go into. Are they going to go out of the frying pan and into the fire? Overall, I really enjoyed this episode. It's been a very strong season. It's been much better than last season, which I enjoyed. I did enjoy last season, but I do prefer this season. I think that the acting is better. A lot of you don't like Daveed Diggs' acting. I think he's pretty good. But overall, very strong entry, and I'm very excited to now go towards the end game of this season, or the main part of this season. But that is it for this video. Please drop a like down below, do subscribe with notifications on, and I'll see you soon, and goodbye.